Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. I just love history. Honestly, the watch industry has a lot of it, and this Cartier Pasha Chronograph is loaded with it. First, let's talk a little bit about where the Cartier Pasha came from. In the first half of the 20th century, Louis Cartier, who was a scion of the company founders and really the driving force behind the company's movement into wristwatches early on, was commissioned by the Pasha of Marrakesh to design a watch that was suitable for harsh environments, not just water, but also the dust of the desert where the Pasha lived. And the result was a watch very similar to this, called, informally, the Pasha. And it became an influential design in the Cartier canon, although rarely produced. By the 1980s, the iconic status of that case, which included what was known as a canteen crown, which I'll get to in a minute, had become something of a touchstone for the Cartier brand. So the late, great Gerald Genta, arguably the greatest watch designer who ever lived, was commissioned to update the design, to remove the grid that went over the dial to protect it from shattering, to update the size of the case, the shape of the dial features, the shape of the pushers in the case of chronographs, and the design of the bracelet. So what you have here is the fusion of that early 20th century Louis Cartier history with the design genius of Gerald Genta. Let's get into a little bit of what makes this Cartier Pasha chronograph so unique. First and foremost, it's a Pasha, which means you have this distinctive, what's called a canteen crown. Back in the early days of waterproof and dustproof watches, you didn't have a conventional screw-down crown or locking crown like you do today on Rolex or Panerai watches. What you would have is a little cap, much like a canteen, over the case, and that cap would screw in to sort of contain the case within a case that actually held the movement in the dial proper. So this little hinged canteen cap is both an anachronism and a great conversation piece. When you're showing the Pasha off to your friends, I can guarantee you no one with a Rolex, Omega, or Breitling will have anything like this. Now the watch sets and operates normally. With the exception of the canteen crown cap, it's the same as any other chronograph watch with a date. It's got a quick set, you wind it normally, you pull it out to station 1 and you can quick set the date, you put it out to station 2 and you can set the time. Now the chronograph is special, and it's actually the next element of the legend that is this watch. Embodied in this 42mm case is a Jaeger-LeCoultre caliber 750 chronograph. Now Cartier and Jaeger-LeCoultre are both owned by the Richemont luxury holding company. So the benefit to Cartier, which has traditionally been strong in the area of design and beauty and jewelry, is that they now have access to absolute top-of-the-line mechanical movements inside the case. Whereas Cartier used to use quartz movements, or ETA, you now have JLC. JLC is the watchmaker to kings, but not just kings, but the kings of the watch industry. Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin have made extensive use of JLC movements because when it comes to engineering and watchmaking, JLC is regarded as among the very best. So you have that impeccable pedigree of JLC inside the Cartier case, of Louis Cartier origin and Gerald Genta refinement. That's a lot of content, but take it to the next level. What you're looking at is not a steel sports watch. You're looking at 18-karat white gold inset with brilliant cut diamonds around the bezel. Now this watch in the hand is very impressive. It weighs a ton. If you like the feel of something truly prestigious, truly premium on your wrist, you want to feel like you're wearing a Rolls Royce, not only are you going to look the part, you'll look the part, and you'll have that gorgeous gravitational tug of pure heavy metal, case, bezel, bracelet, and clasp to remind you full time that you and your Cartier have arrived. This is a gorgeous watch that would wear well on just about any wrist. At 42mm, it's one of the mid-sized Cartier Pashas in the range. It's neither the largest nor the smallest, but again, 42 is considered an excellent size, especially for a sports watch that also has dress watch versatility. 42 with a silver dial and a diamond bezel, white gold, very tasteful. It can be discreet. It can also be casual enough to wear with a polo shirt, wear with shorts, probably cargo pants, beige. I'm not saying you could pull off the full sleeveless t-shirt, but this is a more versatile watch than most gold diamond inset watches would be. With the chronograph, you've got one of the most popular and one of the most useful complications in all of watchmaking. It's got a magnificent engine, and of course when you turn it over, you can see that JLC movement in all its glory, and it also highlights just how new this watch is. While pre-owned, this watch is in like-new condition. Everything you would receive at the authorized dealer, you receive with this watch. First and foremost, a great-looking timepiece, a living legend, the embodiment of high-end watchmaking complication with the JLC movement, but you also receive everything else. Factory, books, papers, the presentation DVD that Cartier ships with this watch. You receive the original hang tag. You receive the original polishing cloth. Everything that you would expect to receive in an authorized dealer showroom or a Cartier boutique, you received with this watch from WatchYouWant.com. This is the Pasha de Cartier XL chronograph in 18-karat white gold with brilliant cut diamond bezel. Arguably the ultimate holiday gift for him or for her. We encourage you to take a look at this watch. We have full color photography of the watch with accessories on our website, www.watchyouwant.com. Log on and view our entire selection of quality pre-owned luxury watches. You may just find the watch you want.